Hello and welcome. Today is the 26th day of January 2017. It is a Thursday. Welcome to the Silver Charts channel. On the daily chart, I have inserted the Fibonacci retracement from the December lows and our most recent highs in at 1736. The first retracement lower hit earlier today in at 1670. Below that, 1630. My conclusion is any weakness within the 1630 level is not going to fare well for short-term moves. I've been saying this a lot, but I'm going to keep saying it. I don't know who's watching the video for the first time, but breaking this resistance and only on the break of resistance will give it the bull market status that it really hasn't had since the summer of 2016. If it doesn't get above there, it's obviously going to be heading lower. So any weakness below here, not looking good. Break above here will be turning this mainly into the bullish level. And anything outside of that is technically going to be in a lot of neutrality stage. This rising average that has been going on for quite some time has started to flatten out with now 2 days trading within it. I was stating yesterday that every single time these big red candles have occurred, it's always been after a long correction within the band, and then a break below the band has the big move. So it's already had a significant long correction within the band, the longest. It hasn't broken below it yet. Don't know if it will, but historically speaking, if you see it going down here, this might not even be any support at all. It just could keep going something like that. And it could very easily find support in at 1630 and then maybe make this inverted head and shoulders pattern so many different situations to come up. Now, a lot of it may work within the commitment of traders report, and I'm trying to get data for this, not successful as of yet. As I was looking for it, I did find this interesting article, which has nothing to do with the COT, but I'm going to present it now, which is from the Deviant Investor. I'll put a link for this article. Silver prices for the year 2017, posted on January the 13th by Mr. Christensen. How low and how high will the price of silver range on the paper markets during 2017? Knowing the influence central bankers, politicians, high-frequency trading algorithms, bullion banks, and JP Morgan exercise over increasingly managed markets, it is impossible to answer the question and is possibly the wrong question to ask. Hang on a second. Okay, if you heard that cat, they can be certainly annoying, but anyway, let's move on. Instead, what do we know with a high degree of certainty? And this is what I like. 4 things. Number 1, the national debt ever since 1913 has been increasing. Politicians, central bankers are unlikely to change a century of their spend, borrow, tax, and inflate behaviors. Basically, social conditions doesn't look to change in any significant way. The price of silver on the paper markets will be volatile, but over the long term will exponentially increase as it has since the last 100 plus years. Silver prices relative to their own history and to the S&P 500 index are low and far more likely to rise than to fall further. See charts below, which we will. Conclusions. Silver prices will, like the national debt, consumer prices, and currency in circulation increase. The inevitable long-term direction of silver prices is upward. Silver prices are currently low by many measures, so the probable move higher should be substantial. Risk of lower prices is small. What analysis supports these conclusions? National debt, and then I'm probably going to be up for the move of 19 to 20 million, unless trillion, unless of course it's like 3 or 4 in the morning. But outside of that, the national debt just keeps going higher, and it's going to reach it's meaningless really, but the 20 million significant number the human brains can easily understand, I guess, but all those zeros is hard for people to understand, I'll give you that. Population adjusted national debt, And this is an interesting chart of average prices in a logarithmic scale going back, well, over 100 years. S&P ratio. I was actually thinking about doing the Dow Jones to silver ratio, but probably not anytime soon. But this is the article. What I was trying to do as far as getting COT data, I managed to get to this website. I don't know, maybe if I find the right link to click. What I did click, however, was this here. Futures and options combined reports, the text file from 95 to 2016, and this is doing nothing for me. It took about 15 minutes to load because it's well over 10 megabytes for a text file. That's insane. And this is what the text file looks like. I've found where silver is, and you have to know how to search in this to find it, which I did. But I have no idea how to read it. I know how to use the data because there's always commas in here, so the commas will technically put them in different columns. Oh, that'll be a mess to use anyway. But if anyone knows of any place I can get the short, the long commercials, the all that type of data for like a long time, and this way I can try to put data together and chart it in some form, maybe I can come up with something. But right now there's nothing that I can come up with regarding this. So I would like to thank you for tuning in and have yourself a great day.